Hey guys, I wanted to make this quick video update on a common error I've noticed among some of the people in this community. And I'm not blaming you guys. When I started, I made the same mistake. So please listen up. This is very important. So our job as buyers is to make the dealer's life easier. We want to send them deals that are done. And all they have to do is take a look. It's a good deal. They're going to say buy it, and then you're going to do the work and basically send the seller to the dealership. Now, what I did when I first started was I used to send cars or listings to the dealership, and I used to tell them, like, that's it, like, you deal with it. However, that's not the way to go about it, because otherwise we would be useless, right? So our goal is to find the deal, make sure it's a good deal, negotiate until it is a good deal, and then send it to the dealership where they essentially have to do no work. Basically, we're going to have to tell them, hey, this makes a deal. We're going to give them all the details, the metrics, what makes a deal, if they have any other offers, any notes about the car, any damages, etc. We're going to have to discuss all these, and then what the dealership has to do is take a look and say yes or no as quick as possible. They shouldn't do the negotiating on your behalf or my behalf, essentially. So let me jump into the screen real quick so you guys know what I'm talking about. I actually want to add one more here. I'm going to call it damages, and this will all make sense in a bit. So you could say curb rash or none or whatever. Anyway, let me jump into this. So in this case, this is an example that Eric, one of our buyers, sent me, and it's a perfect example. So basically, it starts with the VIN. Here you can see the VIN, and then what the car is, how many miles, what state it's in. If you don't have AccuTrade access, you can ignore this for now, but for those who do have AccuTrade access, you can put the AccuTrade range and then what the MMR is. I think you can figure out MMR even without the AccuTrade software. You can find it on other softwares. But a free tool to use would be the CarGurus valuation, which is this one. So if I take the VIN and I paste it here and I put the mileage, in this case 17.7, it will spit out a number. One of them is going to be 66,000 for the trade-in. In this case, it was higher. That was a while back. And then the private sale estimate, you could put it as right here, private sale 77, or you can also add instant market value 80,000. But anyway, I think the trade number is more important. And then you can put the comps. So what are competitive cars? So what are the comparable cars listed at? In this case, 78.5, 85. So this is just an example for me to take a look, or for the dealer to take a look and say, hey, well, this is cheapest one in the country, 78. We can buy it for 70. Seems like a good deal, etc. And then I just added the damages one, because if there are any damages in the car, it's good to let the dealer know upfront, because they don't have to ask you, or I don't have to ask you, like, hey, does this have any damages? If you let me know upfront, it makes it much easier. Then the link, obviously self-explanatory. I have to see the car that you're referring to. So in this case, if we paste this link here, it's going to show up. This is the car. I'm going to take a look at the photos, etc. So in this case, you're going to also add notes. So Eric said he offered 70,000. The seller said he has many offers from 4 dealers at 70. Seems like if we beat that, I would assume we can have it super clean, bone stock. So notice how these are very important details. Eric is mentioning that he has other dealer offers. So I know there's a low chance for us to buy it for any lower than 70. He said super clean, which is very important to know. Bone stock, some of these cars, the Mustangs, they're common for people to put modifications on them and tune them, etc. In this case, it's completely stock, which is also a plus side for dealerships to buy. So basically, he sent me this, and I take a look, and I say if it's a good deal or not. Now, he could have just sent me the listing, and I would have had to talk to the customer, make sure he's looking to sell it for a reasonable amount of money. But in this case, Eric did all the legwork, and I too do all the legwork for the dealership that I work with as well. And basically, I send them over, and they would take a look and say, buy it or not. Now, don't be afraid of giving offers and sending it to the dealership. And then let's say the dealer tells you, let's say, for example, you send me a car that you think is worth 55. You did all your research, and you think it's worth 55. And you fill this out, and you tell me 55 makes a deal. And I look at the numbers, and I tell you, well, no, we would only buy it for 50 because of whatever of our experience with these cars. They don't sell much with us. You did something wrong, etc. There things happen. Many times I think a car is worth X amount, but then I send it to George, and George is like, well, it's only worth X amount, so less than that. And then what I do is I go back to the seller and I tell him, hey, unfortunately, I was not able to get you 55 approved. Dealership approves 50,000. Let me know if you would like to move forward. So no harm, no foul. Honestly, nothing. It's no big deal. Some of them might be like, oh, you gave me your word, whatever. You're not giving them your word. You can tell. You can shift your sentence to our offer is 50 to what if, or our offer is 55 in this case, to what if I get 55 approved. That way you can give yourself some leeway to back out of the offer in case, especially if you're starting out. It's good to have that backup, just because if you're not very confident with the offers, later on you can look at the numbers and you're like, hey, like, I'm confident this is worth 50, I'm going to give you 50. So you'll get there eventually with practice and following the courses. And we're also going to add more videos to the course and to the school community. But for now, I'm going to attach this. It's a Google Docs file that I'm going to attach on the school community under one of the tabs. So I'm going to post this there. And if you have any questions, please let me know. If you have any other questions or any other concerns, please let me know. I will address them in a video like this. And thanks for being part of the community. I'll see you next time.